for months now, the proposed sale of Kaduna Textiles Limited has gotten the attention of officials of the National Union of Textile Garments and Tailoring Workers of Nigeria, National Labour Union, and other players in the industry. This has beamed light on not just the sale of Kaduna Textile, but the textile industry as a whole. Well, we have with us the national president of the Union of Textile, Garment and Tailoring Workers of Nigeria, Mr. John Adaji, to tell us what's going on in this space. Good morning, Mr. Adaji. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure being
Good
here.
to have you all the way from the north, yeah?
Yeah, thank you, from Kaduna.
Yeah, from
Precisely.
Kaduna.
Yeah.
So tell us what's going on. The governors are saying they want to sell this because, I mean, it's been described as comatose. So for a while now, so perhaps...
Thank you so much, and I think we will, on behalf of my union, commend the channel for this opportunity given to the union once again to air our views. It is worrisome. I say so because Kaduna Textile industry happened to be the first textile industry in Nigeria and probably in West Africa, established in 1957 by just one man, the Sardauna of Sokoto, Sir Amadu Bello. And what were the intention? Is to add value to the abundant cotton produced in the north and to create job opportunity. And it's lamentable to say that 3 decades down the ladder, we have 19 governors that are more richer than one person that could not maintain their establishment. So it is bad that it is not being maintained. But it's even worse that our members, who are the workers of KTL, since 2002, that the factory shut down, have not been paid. And this is our concern. We have a responsibility to take care of the interests of our members. In 2005, precisely, we were in court, and there was a court judgment that in doing anything at all at that place, the first line of service should be the benefit and gratuity of the staff.
Okay, so, but let's talk about the productivity of the factory and of the textile industry generally. I mean, even your union talked about issue of patronage by Nigerians. Because if we say the factory is comatose, then something must have caused it. If they're not being paid, perhaps it's because there's no fund coming in, there's no liquidity, the factory is not making money. So those are the issues I think we should look at this time. What are some of those challenges and how do we get out of those?
Thank you so much. There are those things I refer to as some of the traditional problems, and arising from the signing up to WTO. That is the genesis. That is the beginning of the problem. There was the barrier of trade was removed, so you can take anything from anywhere to anywhere. And Nigeria found itself in this problem. Bearing in mind that at the time, textile sector was the largest employer of labor after federal government. And gradually, all of them just went under.
But is it the barrier of trade or the fact that perhaps Nigerians do not have enough confidence in the quality of the Nigerian-made textile?
Sometimes I listen to this argument in the media, and as an insider, I can tell you, I'm wearing what was produced in Lagos here. It's what I'm wearing. Nigeria cloth can compete with anyone from anywhere. And to buttress that point, I will let you know. In 10 years back, when the AGOA project was still on, Nigeria product was prominent in US. And for US to accept any product, you can count on the quality of it. So it's not about quality. But I can tell you one side of the problem in terms of issue of patronage. And this is the problem. The cost of production increasingly has gone up. And you have small goods and cheaper ones that are available. So it has nothing to do with quality at all.
Okay, so you're saying because of the cost of production,
yes,
it competes, with
so competition becomes difficult. Because one, if these clothes that have flooded in our markets come through the right channel, we don't have problem with it. By the time they pay tariff, pay other tax, pay transportation, the price will be fair enough to be able to compete. But they are small goods on daily basis.
But we have agencies that are supposed to watch out and guard the borders.
Thank you so much. That is where the challenge lies. A lot of actions, and I must commend President Buhari. And it will equally be an aberration, knowing fully that Kaduna is the second home of President Buhari, and knowing what Kaduna was because of textile sector. I think that it will be so disappointing if the sector did not revive under this administration.
But there's been a lot of efforts. I know that I think last year there was a collaboration between the Garment and Textile Union with the CBN. There was a CBN intervention. So these things are supposed to revive the sector.
Thank you so much. That is why I started by saying I commend the current administration. They're putting in place many policies and actions. And amongst is the one you make references to. Fantastic job. The CBN governor is doing it. Prior to this COVID-19, I can tell you that the problem of cotton was almost single-handedly settled by CBN. They administered the seedling to the farmer, the cotton producers, and gradually we were recovering from the cotton problem before the COVID challenges. Then Bank of Industry doing a very wonderful job through financing. But that is one side of the problem. Commend President too for Executive 003. That order is meant to encourage agencies of government to patronize.
Are they patronizing? Well, we have the order, we have the number, we have the paper, we have the policy, but are they patronizing? What kind of conversations are you having, in that aspect? If we say that the executive, the central bank, the financing house, the Bank of Industry are helping in the areas of finance, and then we're now left with the area of patronage, and well, if we say that the government should lead by example, we should see MDAs and all that patronizing. Yeah. What conversations are you having with them, and who are you having these conversations with? Yeah,
I think we let me equally say this, that precisely 2019, July 23rd, we were in Asoro, which we had a face-to-face conversation with the Mr. President. And since then, I think the body language and actions has been towards commitment in reviving this. But I must equally say this, that some of these efforts were thwarted because of COVID-19. Otherwise, there were signals and some progress were actually made. I say so because it used to be on quarterly or yearly basis we used to count numbers of closures. But because of these measures, it has stopped. Even though there is no new one coming up, no revival, but the rate they were closing and the rate they were downsizing has reduced. So it is to the benefit of some of this action. But coming to the questions of where is the patronage, and that is what it is, at what percentage? It is understandable in Lagos here we have two factories that carry out some of this production for army and I think police. I am aware of that. But at what percentage? If Nigeria Army, Navy, Air Force, all the police, I can assure you that we'll get a revival up to 50% of the moribund textile. So,
are you having conversations towards that?
yes, the discussion is on which we have a memorandum of understanding with the service chiefs already between the employers and them. And I think they keep improving. But beyond the service chiefs, we have other paramilitary. And we can go as far as to public school uniform. The miracle of South Africa is similar to these actions. In South Africa, there is a policy by South Africa, wear South Africa. I was privileged to attend their conference. And within 3 years, there has an increase of membership up to 50,000 direct jobs. So we can do more, because if we can't control the border, but we can control what we use. So that is why we keep crying to the government that what we say we should be seen to be doing it. So that our words should be matched with actions. And if that is done, a lot will still happen in the sector.
So in the case of Kaduna Textile now, what do you want and what's going on there?
Thank you so much. Our position has just been very clear. And to say this, that it's not that we are so much interested in going to street. It has implications on resources too. So, again, we are abide in the spirit of social dialogue. As it is, the union has come of age. We want to put things on table and discuss. But a situation that a single governor or some individual will want to go behind to sell the property, I think it's unacceptable. Our prayer is for them to revive the place. But if that is not possible, and you think you want to sell, then have a committee that all stakeholders are involved in the process. And transparency will be seen. Again, even if they want to save themselves and save us, which is equally my appeal on this table, what is the cost of these benefits? The total cost is around 700 million. Divide 700 million by 19 states. It is less than 40 million. It's not up to what they take to Dubai to shop.
No,
so if they do this contribution, pay off and do whatever you want to do with the property. We don't have a problem. So our prayer is whatever you want to do, first should be channeled, geared towards settlement of our members' benefits.
Okay. But if this factory were to be revived, what from your perspective would accelerate the revival of this particular Kaduna Textile Limited?
Yeah, increasingly, and let me say this, that government claim that government doesn't have hands in business. But government has a lot to do in creating enabling environment. They can partner with private sector. And they can bring that place back to life. As I speak to you, we have 4 of our members that are providing security to the remaining properties that are there. We pay them. So it's possible. Partnership with an investor, and they can revive the place.
Will you get the investor?
Yeah, talking of enabling environment.
Okay.
Because Nigeria have seasoned business people. And even those who came to the country, it's not because they like your faces and my faces.
It's because they can make money.
It's simple like this.
All right, Mr. John Adaji, the National President of Union of Textile, Garment and Tailoring Workers of Nigeria. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. And we do hope, that the textile industry actually gets up, because it provides a lot of employment.
Very well.
And even represents national pride.
Very well.
So we do hope for the best, very best in that area. Enjoy the rest of your day.